on West, got a machete. Niggas deserve to determine the plot to blitz. It ain't no stopping the run. Papa son the guy dropping anybody who next. I want a mansion, I got a week in advances. I wanna stay in Atlanta. I'm on some more than LA and throw all of that money away. Move back with the Chris. I see the canvas, I got the brush in my hand. The colors are mixing again. Grabbing the stick with my hand, I drop my guts. The world is us, so what? Who wanna touch? Who wanna rough me up? My head is ready to bust. Kicking the door when I come at the cut.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. A nice run there on first down as Henry uses his size to plow forward, calling a pickup of 7. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
DK Brawler, Marcy Dobbs, throw it up. Let's get your order up.
For the Jets. They were terrific last week in the run over Denver.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were
Game of Tinder.
So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He's going deep for Brown. And that gonna be
Why did he miss that throw?
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They find some open field here. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Rifles one, it's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stand on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. possession, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson is brought in by Jamison Crowder. There they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Here's Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis.
Good pass.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. His throw incomplete. Michael Carter, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Again, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They followed up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there's optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in a victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
Wilson and Moore there for the Jets first. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And some room to work. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Touchdown! Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver. Great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means
the
field position battle is a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff to Henry.
Oh, my God.
But instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action, it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
MVP, pick it up for Sports Illustrated. I was silked out. You heat up the room like Las Vegas.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run on first down. Carter. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Here's a give to Carter. And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Still cursed up gas.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And a hit turned it over the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Harold Landry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it and brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown. That last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. On his Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
Oh, my God.
Together, the front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Play action. It's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get
down.
Down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
That goes in a limo. That goes that simple one. That simple.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he can run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. They'll try and run for it with Henry.
Yeah.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Henry will get it. He's been busy tonight.
Come on, bro.
He stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. McCann's kick up and good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Cooking boy, the Brooklyn boy.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
They got to look at that play sheet.
Oh, this nigga's having a pain, bro.
Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
Maybe you try and find one of those special plays from
Take over the goal, like break bread.
Gonna go down. Jayon Brown. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack, they'll come up next and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Waiting for.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
No matter it just came off
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what
I came outside confident and record sales to slow down confident.
A little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Derrick Henry. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds or kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Well played, Chips. Well played.
Again to Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards, and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Now it's Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. Tannehill now to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes this out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Just what you're doing, bro.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a 1st down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or two at most.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and that'll make it third down. Tannehill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And shutting him off now over the field. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Josh Adams, 97 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And that's only the third time in NFL history we've had a run of exactly 97 yards into the end zone. So we're witnessing a little bit of history right there, partner.
And what makes it that much more impressive for me is that if you're on defense, you're expecting them to run the ball. They're on their own 3-yard line. Not many people are risking throwing it, so you expect them to do exactly what they did, yet it still breaks for 97 yards. That's a long way.
And some quick research. The other two, 2014 Lamar Miller, the other night.
I know the other one. That's 1939, Andy Europe. I was there. Oh, no, I wasn't.
You weren't there. You were almost there. You were a baby at that point. Yeah, 1939. Wow. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They'll try and chew some clock with Henry. And they can't bring him down. And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 72 yards. And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Offense taking over for their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Parker, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play action pass could very well be open.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now left side of the swing pass. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Here's Wilson. That one nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way. Yeah,
that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Tennessee, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll try to...
I got the heart of a god in the Genie, I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is feeding. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Beat me up, squeaky. She fell in love deeply. Sleepy. They like when I say they repeat me. Yeah, look, all this money I be spending on BBs. That's why you gotta see me.
Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Be in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated.
Come in again, I know what to do. That's another seconds I be running. I set up the play, I'm a man. It's gonna be a blitz if I run it.
Hell, me or greater fears, no intercept. For me, you want to struggle, look, I'm coming over. My pain, then I turn it to some praise. Nothing motivate me more than when I hear the crowd. Check my name in the stands, I got drums, I got bands. Same ones that was hating, buying tickets, now they fans. Call the police, they don't see you, they gon' talk about the man. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Be in the pocket, let it go, the bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated.
Come in again, I know what to do. That's another seconds I be running. I set up the play, I'm a man. It's gonna be a blitz if I run it.
Pop out to this block like the end zone. Score, check it, Benji calling money, my ringtone. Blue, put her in the friend zone, she turned on. One for the team, I do that for my boy. Game.
Time ticking. I'ma give it all until the last minute. Set up the block just for my man, I bet we win it. Go hard or go home, it's survival of the fittest.
Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Be in the pocket, let it go, the bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated.
Come in again, I know what to do. That's another seconds I be running. I set up the play, I'ma make a move.
So I can do that. Let's ride to the death of these days. When it's people, I got to be straight when the streets are safe for play. Sex with death and indulging in women. Vision my own skeleton, swimming in eternal fire. Girls play with pentagrams in their vagina. Like the exorcist that it gave birth to my seeds. I beg God, tell me why they love hurting me. I'm your disciple, a star certainly. I'm the N, the A to the S-I-R. If I wasn't, I must have been Escobar. 45 in my waist, staring at my reflection in the mirror, sitting still in the chair like Michael Jackson. When everything around me got tired, the chips came and came through. I definitely found it was still why the struggle was so painful. Yeah, this is what I changed to. God is so faithful.
Ready, Jack?
Can't break me to the least, so I'ma be a trade P5 for fun, doing it so big like Drake on one. My big box got really so pumpy like Lauren Hill, me I kill them softly. This a girl who does me cold and naughty, cause I'm a too loyal, and it's gonna cost me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. When I touch down, I'ma burn it all to the ground. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I feel. Big balls, I'm a big ball. Up north, big bros. I got the pump and the make it drop. You get it crisscross. You get it crisscross. You get it crisscross.
in position in the kitchen with some. Just
When the touchdown, I'ma burn it all to the ground. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I feel.
Keep that heck of a close, you know it's smoking protection. But like 52 cards went out, I'm blue dealing now. 52 bars come out, now you feel them now. 52 cards roll out, remove selling the case. 52 bars come out, now you chilling with a bars, 50 cards, MC on the sleeve.
They talking about making industry music. They want me to count to y'all, but they ain't gon' count to y'all. Cause I went there when they ain't had a ball. He talking about it. When I ain't felt watch his dog asking all I had to tell my watch to stop. He don't like the pass the ball. That time he talking big hit. I was kicking it high to him. Got two different tickets, right? Oh yeah, they loud. The boy, them players lazy. They don't get no bread. Yeah, they be counting. Get them labels scouting. Boy, they talking him only. I ain't the class. They get so loud. You out of line, so they always give me respect. And I say the clock, boy, all over the roof of the game. They gon' tell me like I'm not with them. And they talking gang like everything look good on top. They go insane, they want to pick. They gon' get in the beef, I'ma just make them blitz. My phone, girl, and she at my rental. We had cable, we ain't even have no channel. They changed the channel and they see me. I'm signing deals and I don't plead. Burglary, me, don't you sound like no rapper. I be quick to grab my ski, get my sweet, but I be switching it depending on the week. Christian Lou, red bottle, I think I come out. They come out making industry music. They want me to count to y'all, but they ain't gon' count to y'all. Cause I went there when they ain't had a ball. He talking about the shit when I ain't felt watch his dog asking all I had to tell my watch to stop. He don't like to pass the ball. I wonder where that low was at. It was me against the wall. I was out here running plays. Guess it paid off after all. 613, bad girl. Her hat just got a star. She got it stitched and I got it stitches. We won't be marrying you. Chasing who? Pursuing who? I won't be chasing you. I'm throwing when I lost the count. I'm a target to the game. 438 is not a game. It's just a music thing. Last player got out his lane. Put respect in his lane. I'ma set that pat when I get the cut. I'ma get sent back home. Rain in your range, ain't send no players. All I'm getting ran over. Don't spill mine, just play yours. Not you, the game over. Only been rapping for like 419 players, time over. They talking about making industry music. They want me to count to y'all, but they ain't gon' count to y'all. Cause I went there when they ain't had a ball. He talking sporty. Wonder how he felt watching his dog asking ball. I had to tell my watch to stop. He don't like to pass the ball.
They say I'm more young than the rest. Who me? I never would've guessed. Rookie, but I do it like a vet. I like getting money, I'm not on stuff. I can do what I want, relax. Do what I made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shots out, we ain't going up. Someone hit some top floor, we ain't going up. We ain't going up. It's time to get the cops at the drop ball. Like cash money, yeah, I'm in the starter. I'm a boss. I can do what I want, relax. Do what I want, so we get to the top floor, but we started from the gutter.
Cause I only bring them out for that 187. They don't have a heart. I just teach people shells. He get it poppin' in the hood, so it's neighboring now. This church down the short, this all dots on me. They came my friend, I had to tell the other one. Home with the song, got two friends, so they stay in the place. Till I stay swimming on niggas and keep it up face. These niggas ain't telling niggas like a potato. Fuck around and say hello to my little friend.
Hold on, let me catch my I'ma show how it's done. I like it. I'm baby. I'm still I can do what I want. Relax. Do what it is. I'm into the top. I'm gonna go to shop to the we ain't doing what I want. It's gonna hit some more town. So I don't know where you got something. I flow boost. I like it. I'm still I can do what I want.
Daylight in the middle of New York. And let me know we was ready for war. Let the nigga we never stuck in house before. People never used to talk something happened on the block. The reason that nigga done stop rapping like pop. See you ain't run and you ain't even take shit. They just know you ain't nothing to play with. You stay with 16 homies, the one in the hole. When the first one get out, the next one go. To know where you're headed, you gotta know where you're been. The clock stay with me. We fresh to the end. My buddy.
Kill you on tape, then watch it over there. You ain't nothing but a movie with expensive footage. That's the reason they gon' leave you with expensive bullets. Ain't none of y'all better than Locks. Have all of y'all dressed up in a suit dead in the box. Me and my niggas get redder than Fox. And I don't care if I love you, I still want headless rock. Niggas running around talking that Y2K shit. Crackheads are still gon' want that great shit. That's why I'ma always copy yay quick. So I suggest all of y'all stay off J-Dick. Too hard for MTV, not black enough for BET. Just let me be. Give me all my royalty money and let me read. And I'ma have O's for 6 and halves for 3.
Rough Riders. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Rough Riders. Rough Riders. Don't get it twisted, y'all.
Now y'all give it to you point blank. In your mom's place, so like Point Break with a mask on with the president's face. Clear my space from big sheet crash with boards. Y'all ain't just mark niggas, y'all Walmart niggas. With all that soft ass writing, might as well be in cars. You don't gamble with your life when I launch these torpedoes. Better shoot the crack out your ass at Foxwood casinos. Just me and my Cambinos, drunk as fuck. Winter time parking lot, DVD in the truck. I've been drunk most of my life, don't ask me why. Through that grade, I go to high school, went to school high. And I don't care what y'all got, that shit's on the psyche. I'm black and deadly and my burner just like me. And I'm quick to stick one of y'all on tour with the Sheridan. See what's yours can be mine without inheriting. Pick up the chains and them little diamonds in your head. It's a work your family crying in the doctor yelling clear. Huh?
Don't get it twisted, y'all. Rough Riders. Rough Riders. Don't get it twisted, y'all.
If I knew heaven had a ghetto that was sweeter than here, you know the kid pack the bag and just leave the chair. But I got a son of race, so I'ma stay as hell. And I got a gun to blaze if you play with the L. Dot O, dot X, dot at the end. We the niggas that's gonna leave with the pot at the end. Never too young to die, or too old to live. Ain't it hard to bust a gun, go home and mold your kid? I'ma shame myself crack, but I'ma ride for the moment. Know the consequence, I'ma die with the homie. Two is better than one, three is a lot. Clean the pot, key in the drop, key to the top. Father, son, and holy ghost to rap. 3 in the 1, seeing the gun and using the dog. Dope in the 6, hope in the 5, weed in the 4. The ice is for my niggas, but the heat is for y'all.
Rough Riders. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Rough Riders. Rough Riders. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Twisted, y'all.
hitters ready to bust. Kicking the door when I come at the cut. Yeah. Who wanna touch? Who wanna rough me up? Nobody. My hitters ready to bust. Do what I do and I say what I want.
Yeah. You got yourself a gun. Yeah. Got yourself a gun. Yo, I'm living in this time behind enemy lines, so I got mine. I hope ya got yourself a gun. You from the hood, I hope ya got yourself a gun. You want beef, hope ya got yourself a gun. And when I see you, I'ma take what I want, so you try to front, hope ya got yourself a gun. You ain't real, hope ya got yourself a gun. My first album had no famous guest appearances. The outcome, I'm crowned the best lyricist. Many years on this professional level. What would you question is better? The world is still mine. Tattoos there with dogs on the cross the belly. The balls are rap. You taught me a belly with thoughts like that. To take it back to Africa, I did it with baby. Me and Tupac were soldiers on the same struggle. You lanes the huddle, your team shook. Now feel the wrath of a fella. So this is my football field. Throwing passes from my barrel, shoulder pads and pedal. Put the QB on stance on the quarterback. Every word is like a sawed-off blast. Cause y'all know it's soft and I'm the black horse that came to haul y'all laughing. It's for the third by the corner store. Many try, many die. Come at nines if you wanna walk. Get it bloody. I got mine, I hope ya got yourself a gun. You from the hood, I hope ya got yourself a gun. You want beef, hope ya got yourself a gun. And when I see you, I'ma take what I want, so you try to front, hope ya got yourself a gun. You ain't real, hope ya got yourself a gun. Yeah, I'm the N, the A to the S-I-R. And if I wasn't, I must have been Escobar. You know the kid got his chick too fixed. Hair-parted with a barber's preciseness. Brave-hearted for life is return of the golden child. Son of a blues player. So who were you, player? Y'all waited to true saviors. Puffin' that tropical. Cups of that vodka too. Poppin' choose, toe up. Wake up in a hospital, throw up never. Remember, I do this thing right to steps. You Judas thought I was gone. So in light of my death, y'all been all happy-go-lucky. Bunch of sandals, call me Godson. Put my pants low, I don't die slow. Put the rags up like Peter Pablo. This is NASDAQ though. In my NASCAR with this nice flow. Look a beat back, not a soul weapon. Hit the record store, never let me go. Get my whole collection, yeah. I got mine, I hope ya got yourself a gun. You from the hood, I hope ya got yourself a gun. You want beef, hope ya got yourself a gun. And when I see you, I'ma take what I want, so you try to front, hope ya got yourself a gun. You ain't real, hope ya got yourself a gun. It's the return of the Prince the Boss. This is real hardcore. Kid rockin' limp biscuits off. Sip crisp, get chips, wrist, miss that floor. Stick shit, look sick up in that box to pause. With the top cut off. Rich kids go and cop the sauce. They don't know about the blocks of mall. And everybody wanna know where the kid go, where he rest at, where he shop at and dress at. Know he got dough, where does he live? Is he still in the bridge? Does he really know how ill it is? Got all of y'all watching my moves, watching my jewels. Hopping my coke, dodge interviews like that. It's not only my jewels, ice anything, plenty chains. Look at my tennis shoes, the ice that. Who am I? The back twister, lingerie ripper, automatic leg spreader. Cook a brain getter, keep it a gangster with you. I got mine, I hope ya got yourself a gun. You from the hood, I hope ya got yourself a gun. You want beef, hope ya got yourself a gun. And when I see you, I'ma take what I want, so you try to front, hope ya got yourself a gun. You ain't real, hope ya got yourself a gun. Got yourself a gun. I got mine, I hope ya got yourself a gun.
Like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My dreams are
This is a public service announcement sponsored by Just Wings and Free Folks of Rockefeller Records.
Fellow Americans, it is the utmost pride and sincerity that I present this recording as a living testament and explanation of history in the making during our generation.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho, H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Ho, fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music man's #1 supplier. Flyer than a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, Ho, not DOC, but similar to them letters. No one can do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My homie Strick told me, dude, finish your breakfast. So that's what I'ma do. Take you back to the dude with the Lexus. Fast forward the jewels and the necklace. Let me tell you, dudes, what I do to protect this. Shoot at you actors like movie directors. respect them. So in the movie, dog.
Now, before I finish, let me just say, I did not come here to show off, did not come here to impress you. So to tell you the truth, when I leave here, I'm gone. And I don't care what you think about me. But just remember, when it hits the fan, whether it's next year, 10 years, 20 years from now, you'll never be able to say that these brothers lied to you, Jack.
They ain't lie. I done came through the block and everything that's fly. I'm like, check the barrel with bling on. I'm complex. I never claim that I have wings on. Nigga, I get my why any means on. Whenever there's a drought, get your umbrellas out because that's when I brainstorm. You can blame Sean, but I ain't invented the game. I just rolled the dice trying to get some change. And I do it twice, ain't no sense to me. I ain't accent, I am a different man. And I can blame my environment, but ain't no reason why I be buying expensive change. Hope you don't think users are the young abusers. Niggas getting high within the game. If you do, then how would you explain? I'm 10 years old, still alive, it's in my veins. I got a hustler spirit, nigga, period. Check out my hat, yo, people where I'm wearing. Check out my swag, yo, I walk like a ball player. No matter where you go, you are what you are, player. And you can try to change it, that's just the top layer. Man, you was who you was before you got there. Only God can judge me, so I'm gone. Either love me or leave me alone.
Now, back to our regular scheduled program. L'Album Noir, the Black Album.
I know what you like. I know what you like. Baby, you love, baby, you love, baby, you love. She wants that old thing back. She wants those heroin tracks. She likes me. She cleans for me night, then she leans for me. Morning she rush from my touch. This is about lust. Cold sweats of crown. When I'm done with her, my presence is a must. Bonita apple bomb. I gotta put you on. If I didn't, we couldn't. The feeling the beat is strong. In any form, I'm giving you sweet dreams. That shit can heal. She call me the sweet thing. That black rain will take away your pain. Just for one night, baby, take me your pain. Now that feeling got you tripping. You don't wanna feel no different. They said that's what got you itching. No one opening is dripping. I know what you like. I give your prescription. I'm your physician. I'm your addiction. I know what you like. I know what you like.
That I made back when I started to study his bars. I like to think that he probably related to someone that's come so far, to someone that wanted it badly, then when it got it, it turned to a star. Overly dedicated, a title that resonated. I want to be recognized, I want to be decorated. Truthfully, back then I couldn't imagine a life where I never made it. Go ahead and let him hate it.
Niggas be wearing fake shines, I'm rockin' a road y'all. 30 carats on the beat, we kiss the ring on the bar. Crack open that Cali ball, step the way we hustle, for me, I hustle harder. I got what you need. The trees that hard, that power. My niggas with G-Rex. Every hour on the hour. Shoot when I say shoot. So I'm in a position of power. You fuck around if you want. Where I'm from, you on the blend in and get touched. I don't need niggas for support, I don't walk with a clutch. Niggas know my stage, they don't fuck with me, son. You got an appetite for hollow tips, I feature my gun. This is that power, yeah, 50 shit, real laid back. Tight shit to the blind, too, when you lay back. Tell that two shooters now on the run for the clothes. Speak the same shit, but somebody's getting more clothes. I done life in the fast line. Running out, some road running. You know the niggas still, we trying to know the game. With the little extra money on the side, man. I ain't playing, I'm 30 with the buzzwords. Putting them open, put those in the false children. I'm making more like I don't need for music. 100 grams of crack, and this is my children, so I can feel this shit like a hustle. For me, I hustle harder. I got what you need. The trees that hard, that power. Turn the lights down in my zone. Moment of honesty. Till I feel my truth on my lifetime. I gave you why you back and riding on my world so you can feel my truth. This is built the dynasty. I'm real with the realest niggas out.
I just got 20, I'm running on empty. That's why when they came from my money, it's silly. I feel like envy, I'm trying to be friendly. It is what it is. If you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tip me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't never forget it. Why the gorillas, the army, the navy. I call the play, I'm score like I'm Brady. The title was mine, if you want it, come take it.
So I'm bringing from all the shit that I made through. It wasn't all your fault, I'm ready for war. Until they say you gave my fault. That Uncle Ray lost. I'm ready for war. And so many others I saw. I'm just glad we got to see each other. Talk, we need each other. Take the place and happen to the next time we need whatever. I'm ready. This moment, I'm ready.
Looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusty, I leave you behind me. Zero to 90, if you want too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tell me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't never forget it. Why the gorillas, they call me the Navy. I call the play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. Title was mine if you want it, you take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.
Hold on. Yo. What up?
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, man.
How you feeling?
I'm straight like to watch football.
Of course.
Know the vibes. What you doing? Why you still got your bonnet on, man?
First of all, I don't take my bonnet off unless I'm going somewhere, so I'm in the house all day. Second, I'm about to take a shower, wash my hair, so there's no point in.
You not watching the game? You not watching the game?
Probably when I get done, but I'm doing this first.
Oh, I feel you.
Got some things to take care of. Anyway.
How was your last day? I said, how was your last day?
It wasn't bad at all. It was kind of odd because a lot of people weren't working on Friday, so it was like me and just like two other people that I didn't really know that well, but it was kind of awkward though, but it was good. I guess I'm happy to be gone. I'm just...
Dang, y'all didn't have no little, they didn't get you no little paper nothing?
No, nothing.
Bro, how long have you been there?
Since last summer, like almost a year and a half.
Dang. Well, I mean...
I don't really care. Like, I didn't really feel like I had good relationships there, so I'm not really hurt by it, but...
Yeah, I thought you was there for like 2 years. My bad.
No, I started last May, like after I got May of 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really happening.
But no, it was fine. I'm just feeling a little pressed because I haven't gotten her start date yet. And I quit my job. And it's not going to be bad, but I just always feel like I need to be working or having money come in, so it'll be a little...
Nah, I feel that.
For these next 2 weeks or however long until I can start.
Yeah, nah, I feel that for sure. I feel that, bro. People be bullshitting around. And it's like, I don't think it's gonna happen, but they'll say, hey, something happened, you know? Like, you already quit.
Then I'll be stuck in here here.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? But anyway, it was fine. I got to do it on Friday. Yeah, so that's the chapter. Anyone who's very sad. Did you get back from your school?
Yeah, he called me yesterday on the Saturday. He was like, he hadn't forgot. He was like, they honestly are still doing interviews. I'm like,
oh my goodness.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I said, all right, Mr. Carter. I said, I feel you, man. He was like, yeah, I haven't forgot. And I was just like, you know, whether y'all go with me or not, I really appreciate a call back. So, you know, y'all can tell me what I did, what I could do better on my next interview or something like that. And he was like, yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And then he said, if we don't go with you or whatever, like, I don't think he, like, if I wasn't in the running for it, I think he would have told me. But he said, if we don't go with you, he was like, would you take a TA position? And I was like, yeah, of course. But I said, I really want the PE position. He was like, yeah, I understand that. And then I was just like, you know, if that TA position can get me in the door, you know, I'll take it. You know.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. But I don't know. I'm trying to keep positive vibes, but I just don't like how they're like, why is it taking so long? This is taking here a whole month.
Exactly.
It almost sounds like they're playing around. Like, I know schools have a lot going on, but like, if you're serious about this, you're going to try and hire someone as soon as possible. They're out here taking a whole month just to finish interviews. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how much people are you interviewing for one position, you know?
Exactly.
Like, come on, man, stop playing.
And also, if it was a different time frame, like, what if you had multiple interviews, you know, and you heard back from another school already? Like, they're out here wasting time with people, and they could already have accepted, you know?
Yup.
I mean, I think it's good that you said, like, regardless, you want to get a call back. But also, I wish you could, I mean, you don't have the power, but also I wish you could be like, I don't have time to be waiting around. Like,
yeah.
It's like, you gotta get back to me all, or I'm gonna accept another position. But right now, they have all the power, so all you can do is
exactly.
Like, that's your only option.
If I had another position open and another job, like, say it was like one in Raleigh, you know, and like maybe they was paying me a little less and it was a further move, you know, I would have said, hey man, I got somewhere in Raleigh where I would move, you know, and they want me to start. And they want me to know by like Wednesday. You know, I could have been like, you know, if y'all don't have a decision made by like Tuesday afternoon, then I'm going to just go ahead and take them, you know. And maybe I'll put some pressure and be like, hey, if another school wants him, he must be good, you know. Maybe we should give him a chance. And I'm like, I really want this one, you know, since it's closer, but I have no power right now. Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yep.
But, I mean, I guess, I mean, there's nothing you can do but just wait it out, but don't be mad in the wait.
Yeah, very. So wait, what is the teacher's assistant like? What would I be doing?
It varies. Like, I feel like most of the time TAs depends on what they need you for, but a lot of times you see TAs in like special education classrooms, and they just work part-time. But then you also see them like, I don't know if you were in one of those classrooms, but there's like inclusion classrooms where like you have the main teacher, which is like your normal ELA or math teacher, and then you have like another teacher who's in there to like help support and be in there. And they're regular classrooms, so you'll see TAs in that circumstance. Really a TA is just an assistant for whoever they might want to place you with, but it depends. Like, I don't know a TA in high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They just want to hire you and place you wherever.
I've never heard of a TA in high school, you know. Cause I remember in middle school, you know, those TAs would have their own office, that little, you know, the little offices, that would be their office or room or whatever. And if you know, sometimes there wasn't nothing wrong with them, but you know, kids that had to leave the room to take the test, they went with the TA. Like, I remember that, but I don't remember nobody doing that in high school. And I don't think I can work with special needs kids, because you literally gotta have a degree in special education to work with them. Like, you can't just put anybody in there with them, you know. But I wouldn't even want to, like, I have nothing against special needs kids, but I wouldn't want to work with them because I'm not trained for that.
Oh yeah, that takes a special breed for sure. I wouldn't really do it. Like, it can be bad.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't got time to be trying to mess with a kid and my knee is out. Is already half injured. Nah, no sir. Them kids be doing too much, man.
They do, and it's not their fault. Like it's a mental,
Yeah.
like illness, and or, I don't know if mental illness is the word, but like they can't control a lot of times what's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, maybe because I know whenever I first graduated, I was a TA at Ford, and the principal just needed extra help in a classroom. So like, what that might have looked like discovering, the teacher was like, you know what? Oh, you know what? It might be something that's worth looking into. A lot of, I don't know if you're interested, but a lot of the community service schools have opened up like COVID-19 support positions, and my friend B just got hired at Bethel Elementary, and then my friend Anna applied, and she got an interview for Cox Mills on Monday. So look into those, and what that is like, I think it's a part-time job. It's 20. I think it's part-time. There's 20 hours. I mean, $20 an hour, and you are just there to like, because a lot of times, like right now, what's going on is like teachers who are out, and so like the school counselor has to go cover, or like, and so that is like if the teacher's out, you go and cover for that day, or like I think you also work with some type of the nurse or do some type of like support, but you're just like an extra hand. So look on the Various Communities website, because I think they just put those positions out for maybe almost every school. And Anna doesn't even have a degree yet; she's in college. Like she's getting her degree in English education. So I would look into that. I mean, I don't know what all it entails. It just looks like a helper position, but it's a job and it will get you in the door of school. So.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna look. I bet that's a good. Appreciate it. I'm gonna look into that. See what that's talking about.
Yeah, Anna literally has an interview tomorrow, so they're trying to move fast with them. So I would look into it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at it. But I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, but
Were you guys playing today?
Yeah, they play at 4, but I'm gonna watch another game right now, so I'm gonna let you go.
Alright, well, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Alright.
Talk to you next time.
Alright, yo, ma.
Bye.
ocean and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute we see. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Pop
popping out on them. I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting what do for a purse. Disgusting what do for the clout. I'm one of the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that out. You gotta pay my salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner, get to you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blowed all her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed, salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated.
At the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers.
Had to breach it, that's mission impossible, mission completed. Salute when you see me.
I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is feed me. I gotta get back to the heart. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love deeply. Sleepy. They like what I say, they repeat me. Yeah, look, all this money I be spending on babies. That's why you gotta salute when you see me.
Let's get activated, let's get activated, let's get activated, let's get activated. Creepy in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated. Go.
Put me in the game, I know what to do.
Show me something.
That's another shot, cause I be running through it. I set up the play, I'ma make a move.
Audible.
It's gonna be a blitz if I run it to you.
Go. When the kick off the bomb, run it back. Hail Mary, pray the feds don't intercept the pack. Familiar with the struggle, look, I'm coming up from scratch. Nothing. Huddle with my pain, then I turned it to some racks. Celebrate. Nothing motivate me more than when I hear the crowd roar. Check my name in the stands, I got drums, I got bands. Same ones that was hating, buying tickets, now they fans. Call a blitz, they don't see you, they gon' tackle your little man. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Creepy in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated. Go.
Put me in the game, I know what to do.
Show me something.
That's another set, cause I be running through it. I set up the play, I'ma make a move. It's gonna be a blitz if I run it to you.
Go. Pop out, treat this block like an end zone. What? Score, check it. Benji calling money my ringtone. Put her in the friend zone, she turned on. More. Take one for the team, I do that for my boy. Bread, game.
Time ticking. I'ma give it all until the last minute. Set up the block just for my man, I bet we win it. Go hard to go home, it's survival of the fittest.
Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. Creepy in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated. Go.
Put me in the game, I know what to do. That's another shot, cause I be running through it. I set up the play, I'ma make a move. It's gonna be a blitz if I run it to you.
Only religion was the moolah. Made a couple million, hallelujah. Daddy was a twin. Called a homeschooler. Never did homework. I was gone home with the work, no tutor. Used to have enough. Grew up with the hustlers and the killers. Now I'm kicking it with Puffy in the middle. Chillin'. Click full of zombies like Thriller. Got real. About to get real. That's just how I'm feeling. That's just how I'm feeling. Duh. I ain't trying to make a living. I'm out here trying to make a killing. Stack a couple million to the ceiling. When I touch down, I'ma burn it all to the ground. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I'm feeling. That's just how I'm feeling. Dog, that's just how I'm feeling. When I touch down, I'ma burn it all to the ground. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's just
Them
how I'm
got a red eye, never make right. Me, they are something life, them I get by. Never bow for the team, heads high. Never come so all them I see a tail light.
like Drake, I'm on one. My big box got me feeling so bossy. Like Lauren Hill, me, I kill them softly. This a girl rather fi be cold and naughty. Cause if my too loyal, then it's gonna cost me. And that's just how I feel.
That's how I feel.
That's how I feel.
Dog, that's how I feel. When I touch down, I'ma burn it all to the ground. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I feel. Big boss, I'm a big boss. Up north.
I know that.
I got the pump that make you jump. Don't you ever get it crisscross. Don't you ever get it crisscross. Don't you ever get it crisscross. I got the pump that make you jump. Don't you ever get it crisscross.
Been here for hours, man. You've been pushing buttons all day, man. Your job was easy today, man. What's fucking? Hey yo, I woke up in the days with a slight headache. You know the usual, the studio getting ready. Serious jet lag when I get to bed late. That's why I fuck, cause I be weak when I get head late. Today I got a session with Veronica. Met her last year, about a week before Hanukkah. Sounds foolish, Honey wasn't Jewish, but she had a lot of dough and she was nice on computers. She told me she was born and raised in Bermuda and came here just to get a job as a tutor. I pursued her, make a long story short, screwed her. She moved and she came back, still on the same track. Same weight, same chips, ass it was still fat. And I ain't really think she was a freak, but she did ask a lot of questions about styles and shit. She called me and said she was in town for a week. The West Side, Manhattan, the Suite in the Marquise. How I felt about getting up for Old Town 6. I'ma bring styles and chic with me, daddy was great. Just had 2 friends, we gon' bring the truck and the new Benz. Resident stash and the Sony can Gomez. All have myself one big hell of a weekend. We that Puff's joint and catch a show at the weekend. Twist and Dutch, lays from YO to the Hudson. Pass the tone, 125, we still pumping. We got the heat on, a cold night in the winter. Styles, you remember, shit, you remember. Oh yeah, I remember the moves. That night, we was at the beacon, right? Chris Tucker performed. All of us was in there, outside of the storm, claps and dogs. Hey yo, these moves was tough. Besides the air conditioner on high, we was icy enough. From my neck to the belt buckle to our shoes. Shall I go on? With 5 of us up front, we needed shades to perform. Moves from the floor up, we inside, toe up. I drink, they smoke. No coke, besides the shit he said on stage, the cash we had on us was no joke. I slid 4 seats there, she sitting there smiling, looking like she from her eye. Now them chicks would be out wild. Told me that her name is Cindy, favorite show Mark and Henry. Favorite color green, no kids that plan to have plenty with. Chicks that chat about this and that, but what kind of wit she pushed and what bar she was at. She played hard to bed, but we made it from the movie to the jacuzzi, from the jacuzzi to the bed. We fucked until we both got wounds. Woke up, breath stinking, yawning and shit. I smell breakfast in the kitchen, but where was the bitch? I walked in there, it was cheese eggs and grits on the table, with beef sausages and orange juice next to the cable, with a note saying, sorry I had to rob you, baby, but I need cash like you. I ain't your ordinary slut or dick teaser. Please, I need food in my freezer. And by the time you read this note, I don't think spit your visa. On the beach, it's the niggas like me. Call her B, cause she like the fuck doggy style. Flex over gay, but now I gotta handle this, cause they scandalous. Sandy Bob shit can move the Los Angeles. Like I won't kill her friends. With the bounce we stole the bands, building the garage. So y'all entourage. Got 3 rugged niggas, but y'all gotta get raw. But don't take it personal, we didn't finish the job. Menage a trois, we kill niggas with their dick hard. They got me looking at the leather stuff. Why the fuck they left the truck? 3 bitches in my house, probably try to wrap me up. Crept to the kitchen sink, Ronnie by the cabinet. Tried a gun holster with the 44 Magnum. Shot her in the heart, we caught the urge to stabbing it. Then I seen Cindy, the bitch tried to end me. Running out the living room, watching over Cindy. The bitch couldn't aim, so I blew out the frame. Turned around to Beatrice. Why you look speechless? You could've lifted up and just fucked on the beaches. And now you gotta die when stupid bitches reach you. Before I cocked it back, I heard a tire screeching. Saw Sheik and Jay and started motherfucking squeezing.
It's crazy. Today I want to kick your ass.
woke up this morning.
Yeah.
You got yourself a gun.
Yeah.
Got yourself a gun.
Yo, I'm living in this time behind enemy lines, so I got mine, I hope ya.
Got yourself a gun.
You from the hood, I hope ya.
Got yourself a gun.
You want beef, hope ya.
Got yourself a gun.
And when I see you, I'ma take what I want, so you try to front, hope ya.
Got yourself a gun.
You ain't real, hope ya.
Got yourself a gun.
My first album had no famous guest appearances. The outcome, I'm crowned the best lyricist. Many years on this professional level. What would you question is better? The world is still mine. Tattoos rare with dots on across the belly. The balls of rap. You taught me a belly with thoughts like that to take it.
Before we get into this killer season, let's start this shit up with my man 40 Cal.
Who am I? 40 Cal, motherfucker. Jack to your back, get down, motherfucker. Clown, motherfucker. I shoot his truck up just to drive him insane. Give his road with a new name, the firing range. When you see it, yell fire and aim. Because when I fire them things, it's like, yo, I'm on the revolver. I gotta watch you witty, watch you pretty, drop too fitty on a hot new Bentley. But when it come to drop, say got too many, like, damn, you will be wondering, what are we gonna do now? With wonderful cow.
They make hummus and brown.
Nah, I just shitted on you. Even haters loving my style. I'm a role model. I make the hustlers proud. I make the customers smile. Catch me in the bands with Jennifer. BMs with Olivia. If it ain't typical, somebody similar. Coming down the block, this is killing your life. Wow. You will be wondering, what are we on that cow? We seeing, we leaving. He scheming, he be beastin', heard he kill people. We believe him, oh shit, he's reaching. Wondering, what are we gonna do now? No redial, just see child of OG style of how I used to be wild. This the story of Karen and Zeke Giles, one way road to the P now. Yeah, the Who Scout, Who Child, you wasn't there. Zeke snitched if he did, I be doing 100 years. Did the interstate, big city, tiny ones. Took over niggas' towns, black tie, tiny bums. Handsome mirrors, pretty thugs, but we probably done. Cars, cribs, money, had to find me some. See right behind me, done. He played by all the rules. That's why the houses is, the cars, all the trips. The niggas all the fools. The regular married with children, dog.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I got the rat patrol on the cat patrol. Folks that want to make sure my cast is closed. Rap critics stage money cash holes. I'm from the hood, stupid. What type of facts are those? If you grew up with holes in your zap of toes, you celebrate the minute you was having dope. I'm like, fuck critics, you can kiss my whole asshole. If you don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward. I beat with radio if I don't play they show. They don't play my hits. Well, I don't give a shit. So, Rap Max trying to use my black ass so advertisers can give them more cash for ads. Fuckers, I don't know what you take me as, so understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has. I'm from raps the richest niggas, I ain't dumb. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. Yeah, it's 94, and my trunk is raw. And my real view mirror is the money.
Don't want your bro, it was for show, just so you know. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit.
Yo. What up, man? How you doing? I'm watching football, man.
Titans playing right now?
Yeah, they playing right now. How's your weekend work, man? For real? Yeah. Shit. Hey, Christmas coming up, man. They need to get their pockets right for that shit. Oh, your job? You leaving that job?
Yeah, I had a few weeks. They gonna say I got this tax job.
Doing taxes, doing people's taxes and stuff. Oh yeah, alright. That's good to hear, man. Well, you gonna get one of them, bro. You should get one of them. Yeah, but I'm saying hopefully you get the other one, the BB&T. Yeah, hopefully you get that one. Yeah. The school called me. They said they doing interviews still. So yeah, they taking forever though. Yeah, bro. It is. Yeah. Shit, I'm ready to know something though, bro, so I can just get started, bro. I'm looking for bro, nigga, what? Nigga, like, bro, it's just that I haven't been working so long. That shit is like starting to blow me, bro. Like, this shit ain't the move. Shit is not the move, man. And then, like, I ain't been working out because, like, I felt I'm not working out and I'm not working. You know, like, that shit didn't feel right. Yeah, so. Because, bro, like, I wasn't getting nothing from it because I wasn't getting I wasn't working a job. You know, like, I'm here at the gym and I'm not working. That shit didn't feel right. So I was like, you know, I'm done doing this shit until I find a good job, you know. So that's extra motivation for me to try to get a job so I can get back in the gym and shit, you know. Man, I've been like staying in my kind of zone with like schools and stuff. I feel confident about this, bro. So, but I just been like, you know, have you been, you know, Southeast Raleigh Hop? Yeah, I applied there. They had a PE position open. I applied there, so we'll see what they say. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big ass school though. That school big as hell. Yeah. I hope when I called the front office, she told me to send me her my resume and letter of recommendations. And she said she would put it on the principal desk. So hopefully she did it. You know. Hopefully she did it.
Who was your letter of recommendation?
It was my advisor and one of my professors.
Okay.
Yeah, they made me some pretty nice letter of recommendations to have. So, yeah.
I don't need to ask for that on a recommendation.
I asked my advisor. They blessed me, you know. Nah, my advisor, like, for my major. But yeah, Baker, he wrote me one too. I got from a while ago. He wrote me one too from a while ago. Yeah, bro, did you know he was a Kappa? Yeah, I didn't even know that. But I'm gonna let you go though, bro.
Alright, bro.
You too. Alright, bro.
Bounce on the devil, put the pedal to the floor. And I ain't tryna see no how he chase me, Jake. Plus I got a few dollars, I can fight the case. So I pull over to the side of the road. I heard, son, do you know I'm stopping? Cause I'm young and I'm black and my hat's real low. Do I look like a mind reader, sir? I don't know. Come on, the rest of shit, I guess some more. Well, you was doing 55 in the 50 car. I'm out in the registration and step out of the car. You carrying a weapon on you, I know a lot of you are. I ain't stepping out of shit, all my papers legit. Well, do you mind if I look around the car a little bit? My glove compartment is locked, so it's Trump in the back. And I know my rights, so you gon' need a warrant for that. Hey, she starts attacking. This is high for law or something. Somebody get caught in the summertime. I ain't past the bar, but I know I'm little search my shit. We'll see how smart you are when the K9.
But let you act like you gon' ever hurt her in your mind. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on
$99, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. $99, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I forgot me, son. I got $99, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. $99, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I forgot me, son. I got $99, but a bitch ain't one. Hey, once upon a time, not too long ago, a nigga like myself had a strong arm, a hoe. This is not a hoe, but it's just a having a pussy. With a pussy having a goddamn sense, trying to push me. I'm trying to ignore him, talk to the Lord, pray for him. And some fools just let it perform. You know the type, that I was a motorbike, but wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. The only thing that's gonna happen is I'ma get the clapping, and he and his boys gonna be yapping to the captain. And there I go trapped in a Kit Kat again. Back through the system with the rip-rap again. Beans on the floor, scratching again. Paparazzis with their cameras, snapping them. DA try to give a nigga shaft again. $500,000 for bail cause I'm African. But because this fool was harassing them. Try to play the boy like he's saccharine. But ain't nothing sweet but I hold my gun. I got 99 pounds, being a bitch ain't one. Hit me. $99, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I forgot you, son. I got $99, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. $99, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I forgot you, son. I got $99, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. Got $99, bitch ain't one. You crazy for this one, Rick? Shaboy!
When I was the word, I bring it back from the first to the third.
Bro, this shit is ridiculous, bro.
At the table, saying a prayer, holding hands, and we got 2 stolen bands. Everything's according to plans. If anybody in the fam get pinched, don't worry about your kids, control your winch. Don't worry about the money, it's gonna get rinsed. And don't worry about me, I won't approach the bench. Now let's roll out and get that paper Rico. It might look easy, but it's not sweet though. If we can do this shit now, we don't eat, yo. This is real life, this ain't no TV show. Word up, blacked out, with the max out. Enough clips to shoot 4 duffels for the loot. 22 Dillinger, a piece for the boot. Couple of bombs, remote for the alarm. Outside, still running. 2 big flat 1500s. Me and Stab wasn't blunted. Must be on point to deal with money. Even though I was nervous, somehow it was still funny. I hopped in one, son hopped in the other. Word to mother, both